Welcome back, everybody. We are on day number 27 of this Bible thing I started. We are reading the Bible in chronological order, at least I think we are reading the Bible in chronological order, from what I can tell and what research I did anyway. And we are doing it in 365 days. So if you're new here, follow along. We are going to be in Job. We start with a daily devotional, and today is May 3rd, so we're going to read for May 3rd. All right, the title of this one is Sometimes God Says No. Continue praying, keeping alert, and always thanking God. Colossians 4:2. Can you imagine the outcome if a parent honored each request for each child during a trip? We'd inch our bloated bellies from one ice cream store to the next. Can you imagine the chaos if God indulged each of us? For God has not destined us, emphasis mine, to the terrors of judgment, but to the full attainment of salvation through our Lord Jesus Christ. 1 Thessalonians 5:9. Note God's destiny for your life, salvation. God's overreaching desire is that you reach that destiny. His itinerary includes stops that encourage your journey. He frowns on stops that deter you. When his sovereign plan and your earthly plan collide, a decision must be made. Who's in charge of this journey? If God must choose between your earthly satisfaction and your heavenly salvation, which do you hope he chooses? Me too. It's signed in the eye of the storm. Tomorrow will be May 4th. What is that saying? May the 4th be with you. So, as they say in Rome, may the 4th be with you. All right. Looks like we've only got just 2 chapters to read today. Job 38 and 39. We are almost done with Job. Ooh, yeah, that's right. We are on The Lord Speaks. All right. Then the Lord answered Job out of the storm. He said, Who is this that darkens my counsel? With words without knowledge, brace yourself like a man. I will question you, and you shall answer me. Where were you when I laid the earth's foundation? Tell me, if you understand, who marked off its dimensions? Surely you know. Who stretched a measuring line across it? On what were its footings set? Or who laid its cornerstone? While the morning stars sang together, and all the angels shouted for joy. Who shut up the sea behind the doors when it burst forth from the womb? When I made the clouds its garment and wrapped it in thick darkness? When I fixed limits for it and set its doors and bars in place? When I said, this far you may come and no farther. Here is where your proud waves halt. Have you ever given orders to the morning or shown the dawn its place, that it might take the earth by the edges and shake the wicked out of it? The earth takes shape like clay under a seal. Its features stand out like those of a garment. The wicked are denied their light, and their upraised arm is broken. Have you journeyed to the springs of the sea, or walked in the recesses of the deep? Have the gates of death been shown to you? Have you seen the gates of the shadow of death? Have you comprehended the vast expanses of the earth? Tell me if you know all of this. What is the way to the abode? What is the way to the abode of light, and where does darkness reside? Can you take them to their places? Do you know the paths to their dwellings? Surely you know, for you were already born. You have lived so many years. Have you entered the storehouses of the snow, or seen the storehouses of the hail, which I reserve for times of trouble, for days of war and battle? What is the way to the place where the lightning is dispersed, or the place where the east winds are scattered over the earth? Who cuts a channel for the torrents of rain, and a path for the thunderstorm, to water a land where no man lives, a desert with no one in it, to satisfy a desolate wasteland, to make it sprout with grass? Does the rain have a father? Who fathers the drops of dew? From whose womb comes the ice? Who gives birth to the frost from the heavens, when the waters become hard as stone, when the surface of the deep is frozen? Can you bind the beautiful Pleiades? Can you loose the cords of Orion? Can you bring forth the constellations in their seasons, or lead out the bear with its cubs? What are you doing? Why are you being weird? Do you know the laws of the heavens? Can you set up God's dominion over the earth? Can you raise your voice to the clouds and cover yourself with a flood of water? Do you send the lightning bolts on their way? Do they report to you, Here we are? Who endowed the heart with wisdom, or gave understanding to the mind? Who has the wisdom to count the clouds? Who can tempt over the water jars of the heavens when the dust becomes hard and the clots of earth stick together? Do you hunt the prey for the lioness, and satisfy the hunger of the lions when they crouch in their dens or lie in wait in the thicket? Who provides food for the raven when its young cry out to God and wander about for lack of food? Do you know when the mountain goats give birth? Do you watch when the doe bears her fawn? Do you count the months till they bear? Do you know the time they give birth? Do they crouch down and bring forth their young? Their labor pains are ended. Their young thrive and grow strong in the wilds. They leave and do not return. Who let the wild donkey go free? Who unties his ropes? I gave him the wasteland as his home, the salt flats as his habitat. He laughs at the commotion in the tower. No, he laughs at the commotion in the town. He does not hear a driver's shout. He ranges the hills for his pasture and searches for any green thing. Will the wild ox consent to serve you? Will he stay by your manger all night? Can you hold him to the furrow with a harness? Will he till the valleys behind you? Will you rely on him for his great strength? Will you leave your heavy work to him? Can you trust him to bring in your grain and gather it to your threshold floor? The wings of the ostrich flap joyfully, but they cannot compare with pinions and feathers of the stork. She lay her eggs on the ground and lets them stay warm in the sand, unmindful that a foot may crash them, that some wild animal may trample them. She treats her young harshly, as if they were not hers. She cares not that her labor was in vain, for God did not endow her with wisdom or give her a share of good sense. Yet when she spreads her feathers to run, she laughs at horse and rider. Do you give the horse his strength, or clothe his neck with a flowing mane? Do you make him leap like a locust, sticking terror with its proud snorting? He paws fiercely, rejoicing in his strength, and charges into the fray. He laughs at fear, afraid of nothing. He does not shy away from the sword. The quiver rattles against his side, along with the flashing spear and lance. In frenzied excitement, he eats up the ground. He cannot stand still when the trumpet sounds. And at the blast of the trumpet, he snorts. Aha! He catches the scent of battle from afar, the shout of commanders and the battle cry. Does the hawk take flight by your wisdom and spread his wings towards the south? Does the eagle soar at your command and build his nest on high? He dwells on a cliff and stands there at night. A rocky crag is his stronghold. From there he seeks out his food. His eyes detect it from afar. His young ones feast on blood, and where the slain are, there he is. And that brings us to chapter 40. And so 40, 41, 42 is going to be tomorrow for day number 28. All right. Well, I don't really know what to make of all that. Job sure is getting a reckoning. I know that much. All right. Well, join us tomorrow, and we will be in chapter 40. And that will finish out Job, and then we will go from Job back to Exodus and read Exodus. So, all right, well, thanks for joining, guys. If you have any comments or anything you want to add, leave it down in the comments below, and we will see you guys tomorrow. Have a good night. Love you. Bye.